time it hits close to home. Good evening, everyone. That story tops our news at 6 tonight.
A Wyoming County teen allegedly threatens to open fire on his classmates at an elementary school.
And as a result, parents have taken their kids out of the school and have forced it to close its doors.
News Channel 6's Amy Selby was on the scene today. She joins us now live from our Raleigh County newsroom with the latest. Amy, what can you tell us tonight?
Well, Kevin and Kristen, witnesses say a 7th grader at Glen Grade School threatened to shoot his classmates and his principal. And some of the kids say it was all about revenge. The juvenile is a student in the special education program. Kids I spoke to today say he was constantly teased, and they say he'd had enough. He allegedly told several kids that he was going to bring a gun to school and shoot them. School officials say they took the threat very seriously and called the police. Kevin and Kristen, administrators say school will be open tomorrow. So far, there is no word from the school on any disciplinary action.
Amy, kids we know will talk and sometimes say things they really don't mean, but are authorities taking this as a serious, legitimate threat here?
Well, it really doesn't matter whether it's rumor or whether it's fact. They are taking it very seriously. The Wyoming County Sheriff's Department is investigating these allegations. So far, there's been no word on a petition filed, but deputies are taking this very seriously. I'll have more on the story, Kevin and Kristen, tonight at 11.
All right.
Is News Channel 6 at 11.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. A 13-year-old has been arrested and another one is being questioned tonight in connection with recent threats at a Wyoming County elementary school. Glen Elementary closed its doors today after a 13-year-old allegedly threatened to open fire on students. Today, parents withdrew their kids from the school, forcing school officials to close its doors. News Channel 6's Amy Selby has more on this story. She files this report.
Upon return from the holiday weekend, students at Glen Elementary are greeted by locked doors, empty playgrounds, and a fear for their lives.
He threatened to kill the principal, so they wouldn't let us go to school. They said he had to go.
Witnesses say a 7th grader in the special education program threatened to shoot the children. These kids say a lot of kids have teased the boy and called him names like retard. They say he'd finally had enough. But this parent says it's not the first time.
This child had told a teacher that he was going to bring a gun to school and deal with the children who he was having problems with.
And how long ago was that?
About 2 months, a month and a half ago. And that he was sent to the principal's office at this time and was basically told, don't talk that way.
But this time, administrators say they are taking the situation seriously and have brought in the police.
The door was locked. There was a deputy there. You identified yourself, stated your business. My son was with me. He asked me, is this child with you? You know, and I told him yes. And that we were there to talk to Mr. Stewart, and we were allowed in at that point.
Do you think they're taking the right steps now by closing the school?
For today, but I think that the parents themselves forced that issue because we simply didn't send our children.
Sheriff Randall Aliff says his department, the county prosecutor, and the Board of Education are working together in this investigation. In the meantime, children and parents here say the threats are all too real. And what may be sticks and stones to